Same deal as with my skincare. I also have a game plan for my hair care in 2022. I have changed up my hair routine throughout the years, and it could be for several different reasons. The length of my hair or the color. And so now it's because I am going to be going gray. If you saw my videos on how to maintain your hair while going gray or why your gray hair might be yellowing, you saw that there are special considerations with gray hair. For me personally, I have chosen to keep my hair long during this transition period. So I do know that it is going to take me a lot longer to be 100% grown out. I thought that this would be the best time to start testing and trying out products to incorporate into my routine, as well as defining the steps necessary to really improve the health of my hair. So just like with my makeup, skincare, and clothes, I really want to just clear out all of the excess stuff and define a very deliberate, simplified hair care routine. I need to be a little bit more strategic when I'm purchasing products. So like for instance, I just bought a huge bottle of shampoo that really is working for my hair. So I will finish that up. But I am interested in trying out some of the Pureology hair care products. So at this point, I'm needing conditioner. So I went ahead and bought the conditioner and will try that out. So if I like it, then when it's time for me to purchase shampoo, I can go ahead and buy that at that time. I also got rid of some products that I had that either just didn't work for me or that I was using when I was covering up my gray hair. So I ended up giving that to a coworker of mine who could use it so that it really didn't go to waste. So I learned a lot when I decided to go more blonde. And there are a lot of similarities between gray hair and blonde hair. And so I can apply that to my hair care routine. My hair really became very dry and damaged because of the bleach. So I had to baby it a lot. I've always washed my hair generally every third day. And so during this time frame, I was noticing that I was able to actually wash it even less than that. So I got to the point where I was washing my hair once a week. I also had been hearing about how it's a lot better for your hair to wash it less. So that gave me a great opportunity to really test that out. When I stopped bleaching my hair, I thought that maybe then I would have to start washing my hair more, but that didn't happen. While we were at home during COVID, I did take advantage of that time to really avoid heat as much as possible. And by not bleaching my hair as well as not exposing it to as much heat, I did really notice that the health of my hair really started to improve. I also noticed that my hair seemed to be growing faster. And I would say that my hair grows pretty average, but everybody's going to be noticing that their hair grows faster if it is healthier. When I was bleaching my hair, I did notice that my hair wasn't growing past a certain point anymore. And I was also having to trim my hair a lot sooner. So generally I would trim my hair every 8 weeks. I was having to trim it every 6 weeks because it just was so damaged. So any bit that it grew, I was then having to cut it off. I would suggest if you are considering going blonde that you get your hair to the length that you want it, because it is so much harder growing your hair out if you're bleaching it. I also learned how blonde hair really does go brassy and yellows. So I did need to maintain my hair with toners and purple shampoo. So my goal for 2022 is to get my hair in really good condition. And as I've mentioned, I am transitioning to gray, and my technique that I used was adding strategic highlights and then using a toner to help camouflage that demarcation line. This year, 2021, is when I did place the strategic highlights, and then probably about 3 months after that, I did do an adjustment where I might have added a few more highlights that I kind of felt were necessary. So in 2022, like I said, I really want to improve the health of my hair. Well, you don't want to be bleaching it. So I'm really going to try my best not to bleach my hair. I also want to limit the heat exposure, continue with my monthly treatments, as well as getting regular haircuts. I prefer how my hair looks when I do blow dry it and then use a curling iron to style it, because my hair is still pretty dry and frizzy. So if I let it air dry, it really doesn't look very good. My plan is to wash it on a weekly basis, and then after I wash it, I then will use a heat protector, and that's when I will blow dry it, smoothing out all the frizz and then styling it while it's protected. I then will do my best not to use any heat throughout the week. If I absolutely have to, I will then use the heat protector again if I'm using my curling iron. But I am really trying very hard to maybe set my hair at night with pin curls just to avoid having to use a curling iron. I also do have specific treatments that I want to incorporate monthly. So when I'm washing my hair, the day that I wash my hair, 1 week I will use a bonding treatment, and it's the Olaplex 3. And this I apply about 45 minutes before I shampoo my hair. Another thing that I will be doing is to maintain the tone of my hair using a semi-permanent toner. That again, you put on about 45 minutes before I then shampoo my hair. Another thing that I want to do monthly is using a clarifying shampoo, which is really, really good to get off any excess buildup of product. And then the last product that I like is basically a glaze. So this is another thing that I put on about 20 minutes before jumping in the shower. And this really does add a lot of gloss and shine to my hair. When I do wash my hair, I shampoo it, then I will condition it with a very hydrating conditioner or mask. And when I get out of the shower, I will use the heat protector before I start going through with a comb to comb out my hair before blow drying it and styling it. And the reason I do that is it does add a little bit of slip to my hair. As we've all heard, when your hair is wet, that's when you have to be especially careful. And I never just go in with a brush on my hair. Even when it's dry, I start with a very wide tooth comb and then start at the ends and just go up that way. Once I'm done with the comb, then I can go ahead and use a brush. But when my hair is wet, I'm very, very careful to use the comb that out, and then I start with the blow dryer and then the curling iron. Once I'm done curling my hair, that's when I actually use a dry shampoo. So I use a dry shampoo probably about twice a week. And the first time I use it is right after I have styled my hair. That's when it's the most clean, and that is going to actually keep my hair clean longer. So when I do that, I notice that I'm good until probably about day 4 or 5. At that point, I might then add another layer of dry shampoo. in order to have strong, healthy hair, you need to take care of your hair root to tip. So scalp health is very, very important. One thing that I really like to do, probably a couple of times a week, is really give my scalp a good massage. I also then will really thoroughly brush through my hair and finish it off with a boar's hair brush. And what that one does is it really helps distribute the oil from my scalp down the, down the shaft of my hair. Now, it's only going to go so far. So that's where I do have to take care of the ends of my hair with oil. And I will use oil about 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. So after I style my hair on wash day, if I notice that my ends need a little bit of added love, I might just do a couple of drops of oil, rub it, and then just get on the ends, but very, very lightly, because you're not wanting to add a lot of product and add things that are just going to weigh your hair down, because you're wanting it to stay clean for a week. At about the middle of the week, that's when I really like to kind of rejuvenate my hair. And so what I'll do then is add a leave-in conditioner that's kind of like a mist. And so I will mist because my hair is layered, I'll mist from here on down and get it kind of damp. And then I will take my hair oil, again, not a lot, just a couple of drops, but then go through with that. And at that point, I will, do pin curls, set my hair for the evening, so that the next day I really do have a nice refreshed look. The last day that I will use oil on my hair is the day before my wash. And at that point, I'm a lot more liberal with the oil. So I divide my hair up like this, and then I will add more like 6 to 12 drops of oil on my hair, and then just really not only, rubbing it through my hair, but also then going through with a brush so that it's really evenly distributed. Then I put my hair up for the night, and then the next day it's ready to be washed. I do cut my hair every 8 weeks, and my hair's pretty much at the length that I like, but I'm still wanting it to grow and grow as fast as possible, because I am growing out my processed hair. I still find it very important and necessary for me to trim off my ends, because I can look at them, see them, and they're split ends and things like that. Now, if you don't have any split ends and you're trying to grow your hair, well then yeah, you could maybe go a little bit longer without getting your hair trimmed. Once your hair is split, it's not going to grow anymore. So in order for that strand to continue growing, you really need to trim off that split end. You will also lose length if that strand gets a knot in it. So that's where we need to be really careful with breakage. So if your hair gets tangled, you'll get a knot in your strand. Now, if you've ever brushed your hair over the sink and you notice like pieces of hair like this, not a full strand, but like pieces, that broke off because there was a knot on the strand at whatever point, and so that amount broke off. What's left on that strand is a split end. So as you can see, it really is important to try to prevent as much breakage as possible. It may surprise you, it surprised me, of all the different ways we can be causing breakage to our hair. So I will be doing a video on tips on how to prevent hair breakage. But I remember always thinking, well, I use a curling iron, so that's why I have split ends. Little did I know that the way you wash your hair, the way you sleep on your hair, the way you brush your hair, all of these things, as well as many other things, can contribute to your hair damage. If you are interested in seeing that video and you're interested in content like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That will let you know when I am uploading these videos. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, as well as give me a thumbs up, and I hope you have a great day.